Welcome to pattern making class. I'm your college instructor, Annette Julie, and today we are continuing to work on single dart manipulation on the front bodice. We're working in quarter scale and using the method of slash and spread. So here you can see these are really small, and you'll need to go ahead and get a couple of them. You need your writing implement, scissors and tape, and your little ruler or a bigger ruler, and your contrast paper. So I'm going to do a couple more bodices, and we are doing the slash and spread method. And in my last videos, we have manipulated the bodice to the center front bust, the side seam straight, the lower portion of the shoulder, also the mid neckline. We move the dart to the armhole, and we move the dart to the side seam. This is a French dart when it's just like about an inch or two up from the side seam, like as this would be if this was full scale. So we have all these positions, and we're going to do a few more positionings of where the dart could be through the slash and spread method. So go ahead and cut out your bodice. And a few more places that we can go ahead and position this is right in the very middle of the shoulder. My last one was over more towards the lower position. So I'm going to put this right smack dab in the middle of the shoulder. I'm going to move the dart from the waist up to the shoulder position. Now we're going to use our paper scissors. Slash all the way from the shoulder to the bust point. And if this falls off, it's no big deal. Now we're going to turn our paper and have the center front of our bodice be parallel with that, just like this would be the selvage edge of your paper, of your fabric. Go ahead and tape that down. You can always split it. Split your tape on the length grain. And here we have the dart there at the waist. And now we have moved it. We have done the slashing and then the opening of the new dart into the shoulder. Let's go ahead and tape that down. Let's grab a little bit more tape. Great. Let's grab another bodice. Cut that out, including that dart. Okay, we're going to place it there. And we're going to do a new position for our dart. We are going to bring that all the way to the very center front neck. Not the mid neck, but center front neck. Bring that line right to the point, the bust point. Now let's slash, and then we're going to spread that. And that one fell off, which is totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and take that center front. Let's tape that parallel to the edge of our paper. And here is our bodice. Before we have opened this up for the center front neckline dart, now we're going to close that waist dart, line those two waist pieces up, grab a little bit more tape, great. Now we have two new positions, mid shoulder and neckline at center front. Gonna grab one more bodice. This front bodice, it's already cut out. You're gonna line that up like that. What's the last positioning we can think of? There's many more in between all the lines that we have made, but we can go ahead and draw this from bust point down to center front waist. And that would form an interesting V at the center front. Great. Let's go ahead and slash and spread. So we're going to slash or cut the line. Try to leave it attached when you can. If it falls off, no big deal. And we're just going to be moving that piece over. So we can go ahead and tape this parallel with the edge of the paper, representing that that would be like our selvage edge of the fabric. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and spread, because we already did the slashing part, and spread and spread and close that other dart. And we're going to make sure that lines up there at the waist. And now we have a dart that would be at the center front, and this would be a V, because we would have the other side. Each one of these bodices, we would have the other side. We're just doing half, because the other side would be the exact copy. Now we're going to add our grain lines in. So let's go ahead, take your little ruler, draw a line approximately 1/4 inch from the center front, since this is quarter scale. That would be 1 inch from the center front for a regular full scale. Here we have arrows going both directions. Draw your next grain line. Arrows going both directions. And your last grain line. Always need a grain line on a pattern, and then you put the pattern information, piece description, right on that grain line. So first off, we're going to say that this is our front bodice. And we have a dart to mid-shoulder. Right? It wasn't to all the way over to the neckline, and it wasn't down to the low point of the shoulder. It was right in the middle. So there's our mid-shoulder dart. And then our next quarter scale bodice, we have the dart that's opened up at the center front of the bodice and the neckline, the very center front of the neckline. So we're going to label this our front bodice. And this would be dart to center front neckline. Just going to abbreviate there. Dart to center front CFNL. You can write it out on a big pattern. And then our last one over here, again, this is our front bodice. We're working in quarter scale, so we can do a lot of different designs in a quick way. Front bodice, and this is center front waistline. Center front waist dart. There we have 3 more styles. This is quarter scale. And the method that we are learning today is slash and spread. Get your name on there, the date. Then you have this as a reference. And here are all of our different bodices with the different placements for our waist dart. This is Annette Julie, and I look forward to seeing you in my next pattern making video.